that are not complicated. He's not investing in you because you're not worth it to him. He's not chasing you because he doesn't want you. He's still entertaining you because you let him. He is not giving you what you want because he's not afraid to lose you. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. And if you are new, my name is Dakota. I make a ton of videos here on this channel about story times, advice, lifestyle, videos on finding your self-worth, your self-confidence, self-love, and things of that nature, and so much more. So if you like what you see today, don't forget to give this video a like. It really helps the channel out. Don't forget to subscribe. It is free, and leave a comment down below and turn your post notifications on so you're notified every single time I post a video here on YouTube, period. Now today's video is going to be a story time. It's going to be a little bit different. And it's going to be about the time that I got over my ex in one day. Yes, getting over my ex in one day. No, this is not clickbait. No, this is not a facade. This is actually something that happened pretty recently, and it literally changed my life overnight. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, in one night I was able to actually look and heal my broken heart in one day, look back and be completely over my ex. And I feel like this is something that nobody's ever talked about before. I feel like this is something that is completely new. Maybe it's not, I don't know, but if this is something that you relate to, go ahead and definitely keep on watching this video, because it is absolutely going to change your life. I'm going to give you the one thing, the one single solitary thing that allowed me to get over him literally overnight and be like, you're not shit. Like, why was I tripping over you? You're not even worth it. Bye. Get your wine, get your snacks, get your popcorn, get a notepad, get whatever it is you need. Sit back, relax, and let's get into the story.
It's been a minute since we last kicked. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let cumulus clouds all in the sky.
Before we do get into today's story, I did really quickly want to shout out today's video sponsor, which is Skillshare. Sponsors allow me to continue to come on here and create amazing content for you guys. They support my channel and allow me to sit here and do what I love, but most importantly, what you guys love as well. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who's looking to boost their creativity and learn new skills. It's honestly an amazing way to invest in your personal growth. The class that I've been taking lately, which honestly I'm going to be using a couple of their viewing points within this video, how to develop self-worth and make it stick. I was looking for a class that could really help me not only boost my confidence, but my self-worth as well, because honestly, at the end of the day, I talk about this in my podcast, confidence and self-worth and self-esteem is literally the foundation for everything that you do. You have to feel like you're worthy of these experiences that you want in your life. You have to feel like you're worthy and deserving of a good and amazing life and for good and amazing things to happen to you. But if you don't believe that, you're not going to therefore attract that. This class is by Francesco Samarelli. He's not only a TED Talk speaker and an author, but he's also a father as well. So he has so much experience in self-worth and how to cultivate it. And what I really like about his class is that he talks about the fear that you have behind self-worth and what your limiting beliefs are. So you dig deep into what your limiting beliefs are, which are your subconscious beliefs of why you think the things in your life are happening and why you do the things that you do, and the programming that we have from childhood. Also, how to take responsibility of your emotions, emotional hygiene, and most importantly, leaves off with tips on how to develop and maintain your self-worth. I honestly love this class so much. I enjoy doing it every single week. What I really love about Skillshare is that you can literally do it from anywhere at any time. There's no time constraints, no time obligations. You can literally just go onto your laptop whenever you have time, even if it's 5 minutes, and do the class. I also really love that it's ad-free, so you don't have to be interrupted in the middle of you learning your new skills and cultivating a new skill. I also love how they launch new premium classes each and every single week, so there's always something new to discover. Skillshare has classes from cooking to baking to video editing to photography, self-worth, self-development, art, just literally so much. There's something for everybody, which is what I love about Skillshare. Skillshare is super inclusive. The entire catalog is available with subtitles for French, English, German, Portuguese, and Spanish. Skillshare is an amazing place to not only boost your creativity, but to learn a new skill and to just have fun with it. Skillshare was kind enough to give me a link for you guys. The first 1,000 people who go ahead and click the link in my bio will get 1 month of Skillshare completely free. So thank you so much for partnering me and making this video happen. Now without further ado, let's get on to the story. How I got over my ex in one day. Now, if you guys don't know me and you're new here, or you just want a quick rundown, I have been through a lot of trauma in my life, okay, especially when it comes to relationships, men, heartbreak. I've had men cheat on me. I've had men manipulate me. I've been in narcissistic relationships, mentally abusive relationships. I've been in relationships where I've had my self-worth and my self-love literally broken down so much to the point where I didn't think that I was worthy of anything good happening in my life, which is why I come on here and I tell my stories. I take my pain, I turn it into power and a learning lesson, and I teach in a teachable, tangible moment for you guys. Now, what you guys don't know is my entire life I've struggled with letting people go when it comes to friendships, family members, relationships, things of that nature. Now, as I've gotten older, it's definitely been a little bit easier because now that I've strengthened my self-worth and my self-love and my discernment, it's easier for me to cut people off after the first or second red flag. But that's not always the case. Healing is not a straight line. Healing is up and down. Sometimes you're going to feel like you're back to square one.
Do this anymore!
What?
Now you like me?
Sometimes you're going to feel like you're at level 5. It really is the ups and downs and ebbs and flows in life, and that's perfectly okay. Now, with my last relationship, it was very tumultuous. I completely fell in love with somebody, and I thought the feelings were very mutual. I mean, they definitely were at first, but in one of the toughest moments of my life, I got left and I got broken up with, and weeks later, I found out this individual was back with their ex, and it was soul-crushing, you guys. It was so hard for me. I mean, I had just gotten out of the hospital. I literally went through one of the worst life-altering experiences of my whole entire life, and having to process that and having to process a breakup at the same time was absolute hell. If I'm being honest, it really was not easy at all. I spent months and months and months analyzing the situation of what I could have done differently, why this happened, kind of lowering my own self-worth and thinking less about myself, because one thing is that with certain men, it is like a cat and mouse game. Some men only like you because of how much you like them. And sometimes with us women, we only like men because of how much they don't like us. And if you don't understand what that means, it's basically this abandonment wound that we have from childhood. Whether you have a caregiver that wasn't always available or somebody that abandoned you, crave as an adult what you did not have as a child. So if you had a parent that wasn't there, for example, my father was not in my life for many years because he was suffering from alcoholism. So what I did was I found myself craving stability within a man because I didn't have that growing up. But what I'd often do is I would go after emotionally unavailable men, or men who didn't express their feelings, or men who didn't know what they wanted. And I found myself in this endless pool of constantly craving the affection I didn't get as a child, but confusing that with going after the person that abandoned me in the first place, if that makes sense. In actuality, I should have been trying to look for a healthy man who knows what he wants, who knows emotional intelligence and things of that nature, but you don't know what you don't know. Which is why I always say be grateful for your experiences in life because they shape and mold you to the individual that you need to be present day. So with my last relationship, what it did was I was avoiding this abandonment wound for years, you guys. I had been in therapy for so long, but I had never addressed the abandonment wound that I had with my father because I constantly just swept under the rug and deemed it up as, well, he's here now, so what's the point in going back and digging deep? I was left by this man that I love so much, that I invested so much of my life and my energy and my time into. I realized that he was in my life for a reason. Number one, to show me that I could have a relationship where I could fall in love again, right? Because after my ex, my narcissistic ex from many years ago, I had a hard time loving somebody as much as I loved him. And I thought in my head, am I ever going to find somebody that I have that love for? And I did finally find somebody, so it did show me that I could love somebody as much, if not more, than the person that I was once with. But more importantly, it showed me my shadow parts of myself. He was literally a mirror of me, you guys. He showed me everything in myself that I needed to work on, because that relationship ripped me open. It showed me that I have an anxious attachment style, and because of that, I attract avoidant attachment men. If you guys want a video on attachment styles, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to provide one for you. It showed me that I had abandonment wounds that I never dealt with, and that when people leave me, I don't know how to deal with it because I am so fixated on people staying. It showed me that I don't leave after the red flags because I want to protect people from abandonment. So if I leave them, I'm providing them with that same experience that I got, and that isn't fair. So what I do is I abandon myself and I stay in relationships I should have long left a while ago. I basically watered down my needs to appease other people. It also showed me that I had a lot of work to do on myself because I did so much work over these past 6 years. I've been on my journey of self-development and spirituality and strengthening my relationship with the divine and also God, that I'd done so much work on my confidence, my self-worth, and my self-esteem, and that one person just took all of that away from me, and that was not good. So long story short, I've been through a lot with relationships. I've been through some really crappy ones where I did not get treated good. But most importantly, these men who leave and they're fine, they're off with their new girlfriends, they're off with their new life. And I'm the one here doing the hard work of healing instead of transferring my pain onto the next person. And I'm here picking up the pieces. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video is how did I get over this in one night and how did I heal my heartbreak? I found this quote the other day from Leticia Marie Gardner. I love her. She's a Instagram model. She's a fitness guru. Like, she just is absolutely amazing. I'm going to share you guys this one quote that literally changed my life. It allowed me to get over my ex and my heartbreak in one day. Men are not complicated. He's not investing in you because you're not worth it to him. He's not chasing you because he doesn't want you. He's still entertaining you because you let him. He's not giving you what you want because he's not afraid to lose you. Stop making excuses. And wow, when I read that quote, a 50-ton brick weight was instantly lifted off my shoulders, and the stress just melted away literally from my whole entire body. Sometimes you have to take responsibility for what you allow these men to do to you. And that's not victim blaming. It's not victim shaming. It's not saying there's anything wrong with you. In fact, there's nothing wrong with you. As humans, we are literally put on this earth to love and to be loved. It is literally the human experience and what we come here to do. But sometimes a man shows you who he is the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And we should believe it right then and there and take their action and take how they're treating us as a reflection of how they feel about us, right? But instead what we do is we fall for potential. I have a podcast episode on this. It's directly in my bio if you guys want to check it out. It's called Dating for Potential. And when you fall for potential, it's the most hindering thing that you could do to your life. You literally regress so much as a human because you're falling for a person that's not real, right? You're having this dream and mocking up this person, conjuring up what they could be and who they could be, but it's not real because potential is not reality, you guys. Potential is only reality when that person who has the potential decides to put in the action that it takes to bring the potential to fruition. What it does is it leaves you in this bottomless vessel of, well, maybe he'll come around because I see potential, or oh, he showed me this and that, and we had this big fight and I realized that, you know, he changed. Like in 2 weeks he changed. Change takes time, you guys. Change does not happen over a day, over a week, over a month. It takes years of looking at your toxic habits, looking at your toxic traits, realizing they're not okay, taking responsibility and accountability for them, and then putting in the work therefore to move forward and change that, whether that's therapy, self-development, self-discovery, anything of those nature. But it takes a long time, okay? Change does not happen overnight. And like I said, the way that a man treats you is a direct reflection of how he feels about you. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you guys. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong at all. In fact, if we lived in a perfect world and society where everybody was honest and true with their intentions, we wouldn't have this problem. If a man were just to say, hey, I'm not thinking about wifing you up or even you being my girlfriend. I'm just here and having fun until I find somebody that I really want to invest my time into. That's called a placeholder, okay? A placeholder in a man's life is a woman that he will be with and he will do all like the relationship things with, like go out on dates, hang out, Netflix and chill, like all of that stuff, right? Maybe he'll even buy you things from time to time, or maybe he'll even say, you know, I can't wait until I'm ready to be in a relationship because X, Y, and Z. But in all actuality, what he's doing is he's having you there to fulfill his ego, to fill his time, and to keep him, you know, sane, because a lot of men don't like being alone. So what he'll do is he'll have you there as a distraction almost until he finds a woman he's actually ready to put his time and energy into, because contrary to popular belief, men know what they want. If he's not investing time into you, it's because he doesn't want you. Men know what they want, okay? When they say, I don't want a relationship, the with you is silent. Have you ever noticed how somebody that you loved so much that you waited like sometimes 6 months or even 6 years for can leave you like that and end up in a relationship in literally 2 weeks after, and be posting her and be showing her off and be doing all these things with her that you wish he did with you? Do you ever notice how that happens? The reason why that happens is because men don't always tell us that we are the placeholders. Sometimes they just don't want to do that because they don't want to be alone. So they'll breadcrumb you and they'll fulfill you just enough to make you stay, feed you just enough to make you stay, but never until you're full. Now, it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. And again, I'm not victim blaming, but sometimes we are responsible for what we allow, okay? If you address to a man, hey, I want a relationship, or I want this and that, I want flowers, I want dates, and they're not giving it to you, it's because they don't care enough to give it to you. And then what you have to do is be like, I love myself so much, and I have so much self-worth, self-esteem, confidence, and discernment to know that I'm not getting what I want in this relationship, so let me go find someone who's willing to give it to me. Unfortunately, because of our abandonment wounds and because we're taught to chase men, what happens is, like I said, sometimes a man only likes you because of how much you are obsessed with him and how much you like him. And a lot of times we don't even really like these men or love them. We only like them because they don't like us, because it's a challenge, because it's a chase, because it's telling us, okay, well, if I get this, I'm really going to be happy. But a lot of the times in a perfect world, the man that you're chasing after, because he's so unavailable, like you're so attracted to being with someone who's so unattainable, if you were to actually get them, you would realize that they're really not shit and you don't even want them. You literally only want them because to you it's like a competition. And it's just, if you ever have to be in a competition for a man, seriously, go sit on the bench, because it's not fucking worth it, okay? There's no prize or grand winner at the end. Trust me, I learned the hard way from that. Now, here's how you get over it. The quote, let me read it one more time. Men are not complicated. He's not investing in you because you're not worth it to him. He's not chasing you because he doesn't want you. He's still entertaining you because you let him. He's not giving you what you want because he's not afraid to lose you. You guys, when you take your current situation and you match it up to this quote, and if it is true and it matches what it's saying, you have the ability to look at your situation and say, you don't look at me as a person, you look at me as an object. A lot of times with men who do this, they look at women as supply. They will run through everybody. They're like energy vampires, right? And they will run through everybody and get their supply and get their supply. And then when they're empty, they look for the next one, okay? A lot of the times you're not even the only person he's dealing with because he likes attention. So when you realize you don't look at me as a person, you literally look at me as an object, and I have so much discernment to know, which discernment means you have the ability to tell if somebody is right for you versus not. I have the discernment to see that you are not right for me, that you don't treat me right, you look at me as an object, not a person. All that stress literally melts away from your body. There is no such thing as a mixed signal. It's a yes or it's a no. I don't believe in maybes. I don't believe in gray areas. It's black or it's white. Oh, well, you know, his ex just traumatized him so much that he's afraid to fall in love. No, he just doesn't want you. Oh, but you know, his mom never taught him how to love, so he doesn't know how to love me. No, sis, he just doesn't want you. Well, he's working and he's busy, and you know, maybe if he had the time, he'd have enough time to put into us. No, sis, he just doesn't want you. Men know what they want. You're gonna tell me that if a man had a $1 million budget to go into the dealership and get whatever car he wanted, right? He goes in, he finds this BMW. That's everything he's ever wanted. Inside, outside, has his cool little gadgets, has Bluetooth, has a radio, has like these cup holders that are literally electrical and they heat your drink when you put them in. And you're telling me that if he has the budget that he's not gonna buy that car right then and there? You think that he's gonna walk out of that dealership and be like, I have the money, but I'm not ready yet? No, he's gonna buy it right then and there, signed, sealed, delivered, it's his. Same thing comes with us, and I'm not comparing women to cars, but it's the same analogy. If he wants you, he will show you. He will put time, energy, and investment into you. The truth is that there's no such thing as mixed signals, and a lot of the times we are just super in denial. We know deep down that somebody isn't showing us that they want us because they don't, and that if he wanted to, he would. But sometimes it's hard because it's hurtful to admit, right? And a lot of times, unfortunately, we've been taught is that rejection is a bad thing and that there's something wrong with us, or that, what if I was just prettier, or what if I was smarter, or what if I was more into the things that he was into, or what if I was more like her? And we fall into this bottomless vessel of self-comparison, right? Which wonderful social media has taught us to do, because a lot of us just talk about a life that is not fucking real, right? But honey, there's nothing wrong with you. What's wrong is that you are so amazing and that you are magic and you are powerful and a beautiful goddess, and you're settling for somebody who is showing you time and time again who they are and that you deserve better. Don't settle. Don't settle. A lot of times in life, custom made takes longer. Custom made furniture takes a long time to make, rather than just going to any old IKEA and picking out a white dresser. Custom made takes a long time because nobody else has it. And a lot of times in life, we deserve custom made. We deserve somebody who loves us and cares about us and appreciates us and who shows up every single day. But custom made takes a little bit longer. And if you want that, sometimes you're just gonna have to wait instead of settling. But just because you can doesn't mean that you should. A lot of times we settle for the sake of saying that we have somebody. And for me personally, anybody right now that I see in a relationship around me is settling. They're not actually truly in love. They're just settling because they have kids or assets or houses or bills or cars together, and it's easier to stay together, right? A lot of them are not actually in love, and they're settling for the sake of saying that they have somebody because, oh, I'm running out of time, or oh, I'm in my 30s or my 40s or my 50s and I'm running out of time. Time is not a thing. Like, time is literally non-existent. You go on your own path and you do things in life when you're ready to do them and when you are wanting to do them. You don't have to be in a relationship to be happy. You could literally be happy right now and attract somebody that is an addition to your happiness, an add-on, but not a completion. Mixed signals, if you can't tell if somebody is into you, it's a dead giveaway that they're not, right? Like I said, there's no gray area. It's black or it's white. Either he wants to or he doesn't. Mixed signals is something, it's a foreign concept that people literally make up because they can't tell if someone's into them or not. And like I just said, if you have to figure out if they are or not, chances are they probably aren't, and that's okay. But you're so amazing and wasting your time on somebody who isn't showing you that they want you, when there's a pool of men that would be literally lucky to be with you and who would want you and cherish you like the queen that you are, but you're settling because you're addicted to becoming somebody's girlfriend who's so unattainable. It's like the cat and mouse game. Ciphering mixed signals is a whole lot of wasted time and effort that you could be putting into a side hustle or a project or a hobby or something that you loved as a child that you could be doing current day, like painting or singing or acting or music or going for a walk or laughing with your friends or watching a funny YouTube video. At the end of the day, as cheesy and honestly so overused as this term is, actions speak louder than words. When you take away all of the words and you only see the actions and the patterns with how somebody is treating you, it's a lot easier to see who they actually are as a person. Look at the patterns, look at the actions, take the words away, because so many people out here will say, I will do this, I will do that, I will love you, I will get better, I will change. But if they actually wanted to, they would put action into that. Something that my dad did teach me at a very young age and continues to put into my mind as I'm an adult is do what you say you're going to do. And if you don't do what you say you're going to do, you never wanted to do it in the first place. Guys, it's as simple as that. Take these quotes that I'm telling you and these stories that I'm telling you and things that I'm telling you and put it and apply it to your real life and just wake up and realize, like, oh my God, he doesn't want me. I've been wasting so much time with this guy who doesn't want me. And I can now free myself, and that is so damn liberating. And I know tons of you down below are going to say, easier said than done, Dakota, but again, that is a foreign concept that you make up to yourself to validate why you're doing what you're doing. It's not easier said than done. You're always one decision away every single day from changing your life. Every single day you can wake up and you can choose yourself, because that's what is important is you, and you are the only you have, and you are the most important person in your life because everything starts and ends with you. At the end of the day, your gut knows what's up. Listen to that bitch. Your body is your internal GPS navigating system, and if somebody is not good for your nervous system, meaning that they are giving you anxiety or they're keeping you up at night or they're making you unsure, that's a dead giveaway right there. I really love the quote, what God brings will bring clarity and not confusion, meaning that if you're with somebody where you were confused, and don't get me wrong, in certain relationships, sometimes you are confused and you need to define the relationship or you need assurance, and that's where you have a simple conversation, and if that person is emotionally intelligent enough and knows what they want, they can give you that answer right then and there. But if they want to play games and they want to keep you as their placeholder and prolong their time with you to save time until they find somebody they truly want, they're going to give you excuses. They're going to give you confusion, not clarity. What is meant for you, honey, is meant for you, and it will not pass you. It'll bring clarity. It won't bring confusion. Take it from somebody who has spent countless nights staying up wondering if a man wants me or not. Take it from somebody who has literally cried at their bathroom floor at 2 a.m. in the morning because the man that I loved, who I wanted to do everything for me, is doing everything that I wanted with another girl. Take it from somebody who has been through it, but is also... okay, this is what differs me from other channels. I've been through everything you guys have, but now I'm in a state where I'm in therapy once a week and I'm learning and I'm breaking free from these generational curses. I am deprogramming all of the things that I learned in childhood and reprogramming my subconscious mind to know that I'm worthy of a good man and that I'm valuable by myself and that I know what I bring to the table because I could buy the damn table. And I'm doing the work now to know that. So I've been there too, but also I'm moving past it, which is why, like, you should listen to me because I've been in both places before. Anyway, you guys, that is the end of my video of how I got over my ex and healed my broken heart in literally one day. And I can confidently look now and say that I am 100% past that. I was about 85% a couple months ago, and I was working on it and allowing myself and giving myself time. But that simple quote right there, just like, wow, we're not together because he doesn't want me, and that's okay because I want me, and a lot of other people do too, and I should be giving them a chance or giving all that love to myself instead of worrying about him because who is he? Like, you passed up on me? Biggest L you'll take in your life. Enjoy that, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. As per usual, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like, a thumbs up, and comment down below. It really helps the channel out a whole entire lot and just means a lot to me when I see your sweet, sweet comments. I always try to write back. Don't forget to subscribe to my personal development podcast. It's called Sis Let's Heal, available on all streaming platforms. Link is always in my bio down below. And today's post notification shout out goes to, her name is Too Blessed to Be Stressed, and she said something on my last video that I really loved, and she quoted something that I said, which was, sometimes we like men just because of the rejection or the abandonment. Facts. It's not them personally we are responding to, it is the wound from your inner spirit, which, as you mentioned, can definitely cause trauma bonds. That comment, I just feel like perfectly ties up this video. Too Blessed to Be Stressed, thank you so much for supporting my channel and for commenting. It's because of viewers like you that I'm able to wake up every single day and do what I love. So thank you so much. If you want to be on the next video, all you have to do is turn your post notifications on by clicking the bell icon. That way you're notified every time I post a video here on YouTube. Comment down below when my video goes live and you might be on my next video for my post notification shout out. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Isn't an option due to unusual rain and thunder. Baby, I wonder